UConn's legendary head coach, Geno recently reached his breaking point with Paige. He made a surprising announcement that left everyone buzzing. And just when people started pointing fingers and jumping to conclusions, a twist in the story turned everything upside down. With the WNBA draft around the corner and Notre Dame's Olivia Miles stealing the spotlight, the timing couldn't have been worse for Paige. But is this really about bad behavior? Or is there something deeper going on with Paige Bueckers and the UConn Huskies? This season, women's basketball has put Paige and the Huskies in the spotlight. Fans are now questioning Geno's coaching methods, wondering if they're truly helping Paige reach her full potential. Let's break down what really happened between Coach Geno and Paige Bueckers. Paige has always been a fan favorite at UConn, not just because of her talent, but also her personality. Whether she's cracking jokes during practice or making TikTok videos, she's the team's spark of fun. But this time, things took a serious turn. In a recent interview, Coach Geno dropped a bombshell. Paige would not be practicing with the team. And the way he delivered the news with a smirk hinted at something more than just discipline. It seemed like this moment had been building up for a while. Then came another twist. While people debated whether Paige's absence was due to conflict, the truth surfaced she's dealing with a lower body strain. Yes, that's right, an injury has been keeping her on the sidelines. Geno assured fans that she'd return in about a week, but the timing and drama around the announcement left everyone scratching their heads. The pressure is mounting as fans wonder, is this just a temporary bump in the road, or is there something more serious happening behind the scenes? The atmosphere in the building was eerie, so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Teammates quickly gathered around Paige, their concern evident. Now, think about this. Paige is in her final year at UConn. Coach Geno knows he's about to lose his star player, and maybe that's why he's not being too hard on her. It's like when your favorite child is about to leave for college, you just can't stay mad at them for long. But this story isn't just about a coach going soft on his best player. There's more to it. Let's take a step back and revisit Paige's journey at UConn. From the moment she stepped onto the court, it was clear she was something extraordinary. Paige wasn't just another talented player, she was in a league of her own. Her court vision, basketball IQ, and ability to read the game were beyond her years. Watching her play as a freshman felt like watching a seasoned veteran. And then there's her personality, Paige's infectious smile, her ability to light up a room, and how she uplifted everyone around her made her more than just a basketball player. She became a symbol of inspiration, but success comes with its own set of challenges. When you're at the top, every move you make is scrutinized. Every mistake becomes a headline, every misstep a talking point. Paige has carried this weight since day one: the immense expectations, relentless pressure, and the responsibility of being the face of women's college basketball. For anyone, let alone a college student, that's a massive burden. Then there's the added layer of social media. Paige has always embraced platforms like TikTok and Instagram. It's a big part of who she is and what makes her relatable to fans, but not everyone sees it that way. Some, particularly those from the old school basketball mindset, find her playful social media presence distracting or unprofessional. This is where Coach Geno comes in. He's as old school as they come, having witnessed the evolution of basketball and how social media has transformed athletes' interactions with fans. While Geno has adapted to some changes, there's still a part of him that clings to traditional values. It's this clash of perspectives, Paige's modern, playful approach versus Geno's old school mentality, that adds another layer of complexity to their relationship. Geno is known for sticking to tradition, and his coaching style reflects that old school mindset. The dynamic between Paige and Geno has always been fascinating. It's almost like a father-daughter relationship. He's tough on her because he sees her potential and knows what she's capable of. And like any young person, she sometimes pushes back, testing the boundaries. But this latest incident feels different. The timing makes it critical. It's the heart of the season, where every game counts, every practice matters. UConn is fighting to maintain its status as one of the elite programs in women's college basketball. Now, their star player is sidelined, and that changes everything. The injury factor adds another layer to the drama. Paige has faced setbacks throughout her college career, bouncing back stronger each time. But with every injury, questions about her durability grow louder. The scouts aren't just watching her stats, they're evaluating her ability to stay healthy and handle the demanding professional schedule. Let's talk about the numbers. Before this incident, Paige was having one of her best seasons yet. Averaging 20 points per game, she wasn't just good, she was playing at an elite level. Her 40% three-point shooting showed efficiency, and her for assists per game reflected her ability to make her teammates better. But stats only tell part of the story. UConn's entire offensive system is built around Paige, her court vision, her ability to create plays, and her clutch performances in big moments. These are irreplaceable qualities, and now the team has to figure out how to adapt without her. This situation also highlights a larger debate: athlete behavior and team discipline in the social media era. Where do you draw the line between letting players express themselves and maintaining team culture? How do you balance individual personality with team rules? These aren't just questions for UConn, they're challenges for every program. The fan reactions to all of this have been fascinating. Social media is buzzing with divided opinions. Some fans defend Paige, saying her personality is what makes her special and she should be free to express herself. Others back Geno, insisting that team rules should apply equally to everyone, star player or not. But here's what many are missing. This might actually be a blessing in disguise for UConn. With Paige out, other players have to step up. They can't rely on her to save them in tough moments. This could make the team stronger in the long run, more versatile, more resilient. And for Paige, maybe this is exactly what she needs right now. A chance to step back, reflect, and reconnect with why she fell in love with the game in the first place. Sometimes being forced to watch from the sidelines can offer a fresh perspective. It can reignite that hunger to compete, to get back on the court stronger than ever. Paige's current situation has also drawn attention to the upcoming WNBA draft. Scouts and executives are watching closely, and it's not just about her physical recovery anymore. They're assessing her mental toughness, her ability to handle adversity, and how she responds to challenging coaching decisions. Meanwhile, this drama at UConn is casting a spotlight on the bigger picture of women's college basketball. While Paige is navigating her setback, Olivia Miles at Notre Dame is stealing the show. And when I say stealing the show, I mean she's putting on performances that are impossible to ignore. Miles isn't just playing well, she's changing the narrative around what it means to be an elite point guard. Shooting 48% from three-point range isn't just impressive, it's elite. But it's not just about her stats. It's the way she controls the game, her unshakable confidence, and the leadership she displays on the court. While everyone's eyes have been on the turmoil at UConn, Olivia Miles has quietly built her case to be the top pick in the 2025 draft. Let's break down what this means for both players. Paige has been the assumed #1 pick for years. It seemed inevitable that she'd transition seamlessly from UConn to the WNBA and remain the face of women's basketball. But sports have a funny way of flipping the script. Now, scouts are looking at the entire picture. Durability? Miles currently has the edge, as Paige's injuries raise questions. Leadership? Both players excel in this area, but Miles is actively demonstrating it while Paige is sidelined. Market appeal? Paige might have a massive social media following, but Miles is proving that stellar performances and winning games create their own kind of star power. And let's not overlook Notre Dame. They're not just winning, they're dominating. Their system is firing on all cylinders, and Olivia Miles is the engine driving it. 7 assists per game highlight her ability to elevate everyone around her. That's exactly what pro teams are looking for, a player who can not only shine individually, but also make her teammates better. Contrast this with UConn. The Huskies are struggling to adjust without their star player, dealing with internal drama while trying to maintain their reputation. Meanwhile, Notre Dame looks like a well-oiled machine, proving that great basketball isn't just about one superstar, it's about a cohesive team. The shifting narratives around Paige and Olivia are setting the stage for an exciting future in women's basketball. The competition between these two players, one battling adversity, the other flourishing, could define not just the draft, but the future of the sport. It's no longer just about having a standout player, it's about having a complete team that works together. This situation has sparked some interesting debates about coaching styles. Coach Geno's old school approach is being compared to Notre Dame's more modern system, and some are questioning whether his strict discipline still holds up in today's game. But others argue that his track record speaks volumes. He's developed some of the best players in women's basketball history. When Paige returns, the pressure will be immense. Every move she makes will be under a microscope, and her performances will be analyzed with a fine-tooth comb. People will be watching for signs of rust, attitude issues, or anything that could impact her draft stock. Meanwhile, Olivia Miles will be out there playing her game, free from that kind of intense scrutiny. But here's an interesting twist. Some WNBA scouts believe this situation might actually benefit Paige in the long run. They argue that dealing with adversity, learning to handle setbacks, and understanding the importance of team discipline are all valuable lessons for a professional athlete. Some even suggest that how Paige manages this situation could be more important than her raw stats. The timing couldn't be more critical. We're entering the final stretch of the college basketball season. Conference play is heating up. Tournament seeding is on the line, and every game matters more than the last. UConn needs to weather this storm, while Notre Dame is looking to capitalize on their momentum. Looking at the broader picture, this situation has actually drawn more attention to women's basketball. People who might not normally follow college hoops are tuning in to see how it all plays out. The rivalry between UConn and Notre Dame has taken on a new dimension. It's no longer just about the powerhouse program. Now it's about the contrasting stories, each with high stakes and even higher expectations. This rivalry isn't just shaping the rest of the season, it's also putting a spotlight on the future of women's basketball, with two of the game's brightest stars facing off in a way nobody anticipated. This is about two different approaches to the game, to distinct styles of play, and to separate paths to success. The social media aspect of this whole story is also incredibly interesting. While Paige has kept a relatively low profile online since all this started, the basketball Twitter is buzzing with opinions. Everyone seems to have a take on who should be the top pick, Coach Geno's decisions, and what this means for the future of women's basketball. Remember the early comparisons between Paige and some of the all-time greats? Well, now people are starting to make similar comparisons for Olivia Miles. Her court vision is being likened to Sue Bird's, and her scoring ability is drawing comparisons to Diana Taurasi. These aren't just casual remarks, they're coming from basketball experts who know the game inside and out. And what about the other players at UConn? They're in a unique position right now. This is their opportunity to show they're more than just Paige's supporting cast. Some are stepping up in big ways, showcasing talents that maybe didn't get as much attention before. It's like when the star of a TV show takes a break, and suddenly you realize just how talented the rest of the cast is. This situation has also raised recruiting implications. High school players who are watching all this unfold are taking note. Some might be drawn to Notre Dame's system, seeing how Olivia Miles has thrived there. Others might be more interested in Coach Geno's tough love approach, knowing it's prepared so many players for professional success. As we approach March Madness, this story will only get bigger. Both UConn and Notre Dame are likely to be top seeds, and there's a real possibility they could meet in the tournament. Imagine that matchup: Paige versus Miles, UConn versus Notre Dame, old school versus new school. It would be more than just a game. It could be a defining moment for women's college basketball. The impact on the WNBA draft is growing more significant with each passing day. Teams at the top of the draft board are probably reviewing their options, considering all angles. Do they go with the proven star, who's had setbacks but always seems to bounce back? Or do they take the player who's been consistently improving and showing growth with each game? It's no longer just about basketball skills. Now it's about marketability, durability, and long-term potential. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of this entire situation is how it reflects the evolution of women's basketball. We're witnessing a sport that's growing, evolving, and becoming more complex. It's no longer just about who scores the most points or wins the most games. It's about personality, social media presence, leadership styles, and the ability to handle pressure, both on and off the court. Want to stay updated on all the drama in college basketball? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Drop a like if you think Paige will come back stronger than ever, and share your thoughts in the comments below.